Welcome to another Conversation Off the Clock. Hi, I'm Carmina Constantino Torres, and this is Casey After Hours.
I call myself na parang trying hard. Sabi ko, ayokong umarte or kumanta or sumayaw. Ayoko pa. Sabi ko, ayoko na basketball player. He did warn me though. Sabi niya, good job, 21-year-old self. I actually didn't want to have kids yet. What good is this platform or voice if I just use it for myself, right?
She moves in an industry where everything seems to be calculated. One's looks, the words that are uttered, the actions that should or should not come with them. Despite this though, she has followed the cadence of her own heartbeat. Hindi kailanman natakot sa pagiging iba, sa anyo man o sa paninindigan. And this is why in a world that's almost bursting with pressure to know, hindi siya natatakot magtanong ng paano ba to? That's how Bianca Gonzalez turns insecurity into certainty, into strength, by amplifying voices, by creating space for questions, for learning, for truth. And as she continues asking and learning, she also continues to speak out, not to add to the noise, but to make sense of it. Joining us today, Bianca Gonzalez. Bianca Gonzalez in the podcast. Thanks for joining us.
I'm so happy to be here. Yes! Kanina nga, di ba, I was congratulating you.
Thank you.
On Casey After Hours. Amazing.
Thanks.
You're enjoying?
Super. It's different because the kind of creativity that goes into it, which I normally wouldn't get from, being in the newsroom and how toxic that is. But this one, it's good. It's good. And I get to talk to people like you, friends I haven't seen for a long time. I saw you first. I met you first when you were 17 years old.
So long ago. That's so crazy. And you were 25. Kaloka.
But a lot has changed.
Yes.
A lot. In fact, you just came from a full day of taping, the last of which I think was PBB.
Yes, I came from PBB before this.
PBB, a lot of people say, and I had Derek Lauren here a couple of episodes back.
Correct.
It changes a lot of lives, but what people fail to see as well is that it has changed the lives of the hosts.
Yes.
You in particular.
Yes, absolutely.
How life-changing was PBB for you?
I've been hosting the show for 19 years now. That's crazy. The show is 20 years old. I became a housemate in the second edition, which was the Celebrity Edition Season 1. And then right after, pinag-host na ako.
I remember that time.
Yeah,
I think we were there. I think I was already living in the States then. And then I started hearing. And then
my brother just moved to the States at that time.
And then I was like, huh? Ano nangyayari kay Bianca?
Yes, di ba? Yung mga panahon na yun. So, definitely life-changing. PBB is such a big part of my life and has opened so many doors in terms of hosting as well, which is like technically my main career.
Yeah.
It turned out.
And which is what I wanted to ask you about, because when you entered the industry from a trainee writer, right? The expectation is that mag-aartista. The expectation is, pag pumasok ka sa industriyang to, marunong kang umarte, magsayaw, kumanta.
Yeah.
When was it that you decided, I'm not gonna have any of those because this is my path. This is the path I want to take.
From the very start, from the very first time I was asked if I wanted to go on cam, I literally said, and I think I was 21 at this time. Sabi ko, ayokong umarte or kumanta or sumayaw, pero I want to try to host. Kasi nga, my brother was a host. Siya yung unang host in ABS-CBN. Nakisaling kit-kit lang ako. Parang sabi ko, he can do it, baka ako din. Yun lang. But I was very firm from the start na yun lang yung gusto kong gawin.
Kasi iba sasabihin ng yabang. Diba?
Yes, I get it.
Diba?
Ayaw mo, bakit? Are you too good for this? Yes, correct.
Diba? Parang,
is it beneath you? Parang ganyan. Gets.
So,
I think now that you ask me, kasi ang original dream ko is to be a director and a writer. So nag-yes ako to hosting, thinking na, racket lang to, kasi magiging director pa rin ako. Racket lang to, magsusulat pa rin ako ng pelikula. Until 1 year became 3 years, became 5 years. Bigla, oh my gosh, ito na yung career ko talaga.
But the storyteller in you, it's still there.
Oh, I hope so, yes.
And you tell the stories differently now. How differently? Or how do you tell these stories?
So different. You know, the biggest, I guess, shift that I was intentional about. When we started in the industry, you would do press cons din dati. Long ago, right? Ibang-iba yung tanong sa mga anchors, hosts, artista at that time. And because I was the recipient of questions that I felt were inappropriate or bakit kailangan itanong, bakit kailangan you pit women against each other, bakit kailangan so invasive sa personal life, it was very clear to me early on na kapag meron akong chance to interview other artists, I want to create like a safe space for them. I don't want to feel like I put them on the spot. Isang importante din na tutunan ko, and you would know this very well, ang thinking is that hosting is talking. Basta magaling ka magsalita, maybe magaling ka mag-memorize, mag-project, pero hosting, especially interviewing, is really more listening. Kasi sometimes the guest will give you something and then if dumiretso ka lang sa next question mo, parang binaliwala mo yung gusto niya sanang buksan.
Correct. So it's all about, there's a lot of empathy that's involved as well. And when you're live on stage, and I've seen you host, whether it's it's within internal, right, or something outside of the company, you're just so present.
Thank you.
You're just so present kasi kailangan makuha mo lahat hindi ba? You have to react to the environment as well.
Yes, super important. Especially sometimes, kunyari, we're given a script. It's pure English. And then you start doing the spiel, whatever, and then you feel that the audience, they're not responding to this pure English script.
Correct.
Babaliin mo. Gagawin mong Taglish. You'll give like maybe a trending viral phrase right now and then you elicit a reaction and then then kakabigin mo siya bigla to how that is. And parang our audience naman, whether TV or in real life, they want to feel like they're part of the conversation. So that's very important.
Where did you learn that?
Maybe through years of doing it, seeing what works, seeing, oh my gosh, this didn't work. And you know what, until now, probably now, mangyayari after I leave this interview, to this day, whether I am the guest in an interview, whether I will do an interview, whether I'm hosting a live show, pauwi lagi akong, dapat ito yung sinabi ko. Dapat ito pala yung comeback ko. Until now, I'm like that. So, continuously like learning, recalibrating, seeing what I can do better.
But it's not like in a self-deprecating way.
No naman. I just want to constantly try to be better. But I also hate watching myself. Do you like watching yourself?
No.
A lot of people do it like parang you know what to improve if you're able to watch yourself. Tito Boy always tells me that because Tito Boy is my manager from day one to today. He always tells me, you preview so that you know, like, even your mannerisms, baka may facial expression ka na di mo alam. Hindi ko kaya, nakakringe ako.
But it's so surprising that it's still cringy. Yan yung mga term ngayon, di ba? Cringy for you, considering that it's been 21 years.
Yes, super cringe. Hindi ko alam kung bakit.
What was the easiest part in that 21 years?
Easiest? Wow, parang nothing was easy.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, this is not a natural thing, I think, kasi, well, you know me from when I was young. I'm really an introvert. Super mega introvert, shy. Ako yung tipo sa school na, kunyari sa barkada, lahat sila yung nagtatawanan, nag-uusap. Ako yung observer, taga-kinig. Hindi talaga ako yung usually, pag host, iisipin mo, sa barkada siya yung makwento.
Hindi.
I am not at
Maglalakad
all.
po yan sa hallway ng ABS, nakaka-backpack, naka-chinelas. Dati yung bangs niya.
Yes,
The bangs were there, I think, as a shield, sort of to hide herself. Pero kahit na ganun po, nakatungo pa rin siyang naglalakad.
Yeah, that's true. That's me.
That's so you.
Through the years, I guess I've found, like, I'd like to call it like an on button na parang when I'm in front of the camera, kaya ko siya i-on. And then right after, ako yung meme ng introverts online na pag pasok mo ng kotse, bilang, Ganun ka. That's super me.
I totally get you because guess what?
You're
That's
like
me
that
too. So nothing was easy in the 21
I don't
years.
think so, yes. Because ako, I feel, I'm so lucky to have started when I started. Kasi, hindi pa ganito ka dami yung nasa industriya when I was starting. I'm grateful also that I was supported in my decision to just pursue hosting kasi I know of other managers that would
Dapat
I
all
guess,
around.
yes, coerce their talents na hindi dapat umarte ka, dapat try mo to, ganyan. Tito Boy didn't do that, so I'm very, very lucky. He did warn me though, sabi niya, okay, I'll support you in your decision na hosting lang, pero you have to know na hindi ganun kadami yung opportunities versus kung gawin mo lahat.
And you were fine with that.
I was fine with that. Kasi nga at the back of my head, racket lang to, ganyan.
Oo.
I still want to work behind the scenes.
But even if the thinking was racket lang to, at that time, being authentic to yourself was sort of important without you knowing it that was actually authenticity already.
I guess, maybe hindi pa siya word
Hindi pa
kasi
siya word
noon,
nung time
diba?
na yun.
Yeah.
Oo.
And siguro that is why I was more drawn to hosting because when you're a host, you are just yourself.
You don't have to pretend to be someone
you're
else.
just a heightened volume up version of yourself. I get to do the on-cam work that I like,
Yeah.
but I am just the storyteller. I'm the medium to share the story and it's not about me.
Also, when it comes to your podcast, Paano Ba To? I mean, it's you're the host, but you're part of the other side still.
Yeah.
Asking that question.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Actually,
So,
that's how
introvert
paano
na
ba to?
introvert.
Super. I am the example na pwede pa rin magkaroon ng public, I guess, platform ang
Yeah.
isang introvert. That's exactly why Paano Ba To became my YouTube channel and then the podcast. So, it was mga 2017. Sabi ko, I wanna be on YouTube. But I'm not the type to do day in the life.
I know.
House tour, hindi talaga. Challenges, naku, hindi talaga ako yon. So sabi ko, what can I do na I'm still there, but
Yeah.
it's not really about me. And at that time, I had already written the book, Paano Ba To? How to Survive Growing Up. And I said, it's right here. I help find answers to letter senders who ask questions about life. So yeah.
It's very apparent, Bianca, since day one, and even throughout this interview, that earlier on, you've already figured out the value of listening to yourself. You wrote a book about it, but where did you draw the courage? First of all, to even ask, because some wouldn't. Some wouldn't even ask it out loud. Paano ba to? Won't even dare ask it out loud for fear of being judged, right? So that's number one. The second is you listen to yourself from day one.
Now, only now that you're telling me this, that I'm like, oh, ano, good job, 21
Good job,
year old
you.
self.
Yeah.
Oo. I do have a story that my mom said when I was very, very young. Ako yung batang maraming tanong. Yung kunyari daw she tells my brother and my sister who you both know na mas matanda sa akin. Kunyari, oh, get in the car, we'll go somewhere.
You'll say, bakit?
Where are we going? Where are we going? Ako daw yung ganon. Which I don't remember, honestly. But I guess I have always been very curious. I've always wanted to know. So baka yun lang yung manifestation when I was younger versus when I got older.
What was the most difficult question that you had to ask and you needed the answer to?
Parang drawing the line. Like, is this really something that I want to do? Will I be able to live with myself if I say yes to this? Or will I have more peace if I follow what my heart says and say no? So, I guess boundaries, in short.
Any question about boundaries, that's always difficult.
Yes.
No matter the stage in your life, no? Whether it's a single person, a married person, even as a mother now. And I guess right now, 21 years later, no regrets.
Yeah, I'm very happy that I stuck to what I believe in, what felt right to me, or my values. Parang without even knowing what integrity means or will mean down the line, it always felt more right
Yeah.
to follow like whatever gut instinct was telling
Because
me.
what happens to you? What happens to you if you're all of a sudden inconsistent? Do you feel it that, okay, this is not me anymore? May mga ganun ba?
I thankfully haven't reached that point because nga, I guess, I felt empowered enough to set boundaries, to only go so far as what my value system will align with. Parang, even though it's like an unpopular decision, even though I could have made so much more money if I had gone the other way, parang, hindi eh. Hindi ko kakayanin.
Eventually, you found your
Yeah.
way into the arms of
Yes.
JC.
Ay, grabe naman. Yes, thank you, Lord.
Di ba, thank you, Lord? Hindi,
Thank you, Lord, talaga. Totoo. Super.
Totoo.
Super. All the heartbreaks at the earlier years, it's like, buti na lang, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
When did you realize that, ay, ganito pala dapat? It should be as easy as breathing pala. Ano ba
Ang
itong mga
ganda
ginawa ko?
nun. Ang ganda nun. I love that you said that because, so, just as a backstory, when JC and I started going out, ayoko pa. Sabi ko, ayoko na basketball player because of
diba?
all the misconceptions about basketball players. Understandably. But then, the more we get to know each other, I got to know his family. Parang, okay pala to. Hindi pala totoo yung mga iniisip natin about all basketball players. So, saw that we were brought up similarly. We believe in similar things. We're very different as people, but kumbaga, vision-wise, parang same to. In our wedding vows, that was literally what I said. Sabi ko, I knew you were the one for me when I felt your love. You've loved me in a way I've always wanted to be loved. Exactly what you said. Yung parang, you know, when you're younger, nice siguro to have a partner na ganito ganyan. Even as detailed as, I remember thinking when I was younger, nice siguro to have a partner na yung pag they'll be affectionate to you, they'll hug you, tapos yung isisiksik yung paa dito, yung mga ganon ka-detailed.
I love it.
And then, I remember that when we got together, ganun siya manglambing. Or little things like we were dating early years and then meron silang lupa sa Pampanga that we used to go to. For example, nag-fishing kami or whatever. Tapos naputikan yung paa ko. And
Pupunasan
then,
niya.
yes, siya yung naghugas ng paa ko, naloka ako. But then, I remember thinking na, it would, as a bunso, I'm bunso eh, it would be nice kung may mag-alaga din sa akin in that way. And so, that's why my vows were like that. Kasi parang, the way he was maalaga was always the way I wanted to be taken care of. Kasi in past relationships, I feel like ako yung mas nag-aalaga.
Hindi ba
Masarap din pala alagaan
Oo
ka.
naman, hindi ba nakakapagod?
Yes.
Ikaw na lang ng ikaw.
Yes. And we're not supposed to be their mothers. We're supposed to be their partners.
What are you gonna tell your daughters about
Oh my gosh.
boys and choosing the right partner?
I mean, hopefully that we don't have to tell them. Hopefully that the love that they feel from their father, which is so much, the way he makes me alaga, ganun na ganun siya to our two daughters. And the way they see that I can still work so hard, do everything I want to do with a partner as supportive as their dad. Hopefully yun ang maging example to them.
And also retaining their identity even inside a marriage.
Yeah.
That's equally important.
Yes, definitely.
Hindi ka pwedeng lamunin ng dahil lang kasal ka na. What do you tell them about love? What will you tell
Oh my
them?
gosh, wala pa ako
I know,
doon. I
I'm
don't
sure bata
like.
pa.
We're still at the stage na kunyari, we'll say bye in front of the kids, so we kiss sa lip. Siyempre, kasawa kayo.
Oo.
Yuck! They're like that. So they're 7 and 10. They're still at that age na, they'll go like that. Super cute.
Anong sasabihin mo about love? I mean, having gone through so much and finding JC and building this family, what would you teach them?
Wow, I have no idea. That's something na I will still ask Paano Ba To about. I'll probably ask you how you, I mean, like, it's We'll ask another guest. Oh, how?
Can you just eavesdrop? Oo.
I don't know. I do know that as early as now, and I've seen you do it with your son as well earlier, we're trying to create, I guess, a relationship wherein they can tell us absolutely anything. Yun talaga yung ngayon pa lang. We are telling them all the time. There's nothing they can say that will make us stop loving them.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, we're on their side.
Meron ka bang kinakatakot that your daughters would go through because you went through the same?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Falling for the wrong guy who will be abusive in the wrong ways. That's definitely a fear. Another, I don't know if I want to call it fear, but I want the girls to be so in charge of their bodies. That's so important to me. So I'm sort of entering that stage with my 10-year-old. We're trying to help her be as, I guess, self-aware.
Yeah.
To set boundaries. So, yeah, those are top fears.
When did you realize that you were the adult in the room?
Oh, wow. I still feel like a kid, honestly, a lot of times. I think that until now, there is a side of me that's a kid, a side of me that's an adult. Kasi even when I was younger, I felt that there was this older persona in me.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I remember, because my parents separated, but prior to separating, so we'd see like bursts of arguments. For some reason, I would always be, the bunso would always be the one to stand up and raise her voice and ask them to stop. I also don't know where that comes from, but kumbaga, that's the part of me I feel na kahit bata ako, I stepped up feeling ko like as an adult.
Yeah.
And so similarly now, and especially when I had kids, I get to relive life through their eyes, and it's the best feeling to
Right.
be kids again with your kids. So
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying this balance of sometimes I have to be an adult and then sometimes I can just be a kid. Yeah.
How life-changing was that for you
Oh,
when
super.
Lucia and Carmen came?
Super. I actually didn't want to have kids yet.
Serious?
Yes. Because I was so career-oriented. In my head, mid-30s pa ako ikakasal. I ended up getting married at 31. Yeah, because when he proposed, syempre yes ako. Because I knew that this was the person I would like to spend
Yeah.
my life
Oo,
with.
oo.
So, syempre, yes. And then we got married end of 2014. So, when you got married, sabi ko, nice siguro to have kids, but maybe mid-30s because there's so much I want to do with my
Yeah,
career.
but no.
I had just published my book and then
Yeah.
parang I wanted to do so many projects after. And then a few months after, I got pregnant. So,
Saya.
God had other plans. Yes, thank you,
Correct.
Lord, that we
Yes.
didn't have problems at all. And so even if I didn't think I was ready to become a mom yet, I realized that you're never ready to become a mom, really. You just dive right in. Super life-changing kasi I actually don't like kids. Like, I'm not the type na, you know, some people are galing with kids. My husband kasi is magaling with kids.
It's second nature.
Second nature sa kanya. Sa akin, hindi. It was such a struggle. I am not motherly.
Really?
Hindi ako mahilig makipaglaro sa mga bata.
Kasi ikaw yung inaalagaan dati. Pwede ba yun?
Maybe because I'm a bunso.
Yeah.
Or maybe because, yun nga, I'm not fond of kids. I'm not the type of tita or ninang na malaro sa kids. Hindi talaga. The only kids I like are my kids.
Sobrang pakitago nga yung mga bata. Huwag
Hindi
magpakita kay Tita Bianca.
Hindi naman ako witch. Oo. But because of them, I know na how to speak to other kids. Parang they ignited this, I guess, more nurturing side of me that I didn't know I had at all. It's not true in my case when they say, oh, when you become a mom, the maternal instinct will kick in. Sa akin, walang nag-kick in. Naghihintay ako. Walang nangyari. So I really felt like I had to learn. I call myself na parang trying hard, especially pag newborn years, kasi I had no idea what I was doing.
Okay, I mean, now we laugh, right? We laugh at it now.
Now we laugh.
Now we laugh at it. But, truth be told,
Oh my gosh.
that experience of yours is not yours alone.
Yes.
There are other women who go through that too.
Yes, yes.
So, what do you tell them?
Oh my gosh, so hard. The pregnancy I actually enjoy. Even the giving birth, I actually like that part. It's that first year of sleepless nights, of like feeding every 2 hours, of taking a bath maybe like
Because-
the next day na,
Because
not
all
eating
of
on
a
time.
sudden, hindi mo na hawak yung
Yeah,
oras
hindi.
mo.
Hindi mo na hawak oras mo. Suddenly, you know that you're this capable, talented, skilled person. Suddenly, you have no idea what you're doing. You're taking care of a child that's just crying the whole time and you have no idea how to stop it. Nakakabaliw siya talaga.
But
As
when did
in.
things turn?
Siguro when my firstborn turned 1 and I had a bit more sleep and I had a bit more sanity, then it became better. And then I remember that when our firstborn turned 2, that's the only time I told my husband, I think I'm ready to have a second one.
O, sa'yo na nanggaling.
Yes.
But he's asking for a third, I hear.
Hindi naman. Or kung oo man, nako, wag na. Oo, the factory is closed. Oo.
Ayaw na.
Yeah, ayoko na. Yeah, I'm so grateful to have 2 girls.
Yeah.
Sobra. Originally, he wanted 4. I remember when we got married, ako 2 talaga ever since. Siya 4. And then, parang na-realize naman niya, okay na yung 2. With the cost of living. Tapos pag
Yeah.
bumiyahe pa kayo, iba na yung dynamic pag
Ay,
more than 2. So, yeah, you would know how it changes from the 2 to the...
I mean, yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, ito ang hindi ko na figure out. I did it because I wanted, okay, as many as I can,
Yes,
diba?
yes.
50-year-old me says, let's go for it. But I didn't realize you have to take 2 taxis when you're abroad, 2 hotel rooms.
Correct. Yeah.
Hindi ko naisip yun. Hindi ko siya naisip. At, the world that we live in now, actually, wag na muna tayo sa buong mundo. Dito muna sa bansa natin. I mean, we talked about, what will you teach your kids about love and boys and all that? But what do you teach your kids, or what will you teach your kids about country?
Yeah.
Do you talk about what's happening? I know you're very vocal, but do you talk about that with your kids as well?
Yes, we
And
have
what do you tell
started
them?
because they are 10 and 7, so we feel na naiintindihan na nila kahit papano. We brought them to the rally.
Perfect.
My husband and I brought them to the rally, and we really wanted to explain to them the reason why we're there, because they saw the news. At the time, it was the flooding all around Metro Manila, and the way we just explained it is that there are baddies who are our leaders, and then they're stealing the taxpayers' money that's supposed to go to projects, and then because they stole the money, then a lot of homes are flooded and people have nowhere to live. So as basic as that, we went to the rally. Every sign that they asked about, the chants, we tried to explain. And thankfully, on the way home, my younger daughter said, parang, Mommy, the next rally that you go to, can I go with you? Gawanan siya. And then my older daughter, that night, parang I was, I guess, debriefing with her. Oh, did you feel that you went? And then I said, that's why Mommy likes going to these rallies, is because when I go there, for some reason, when the people are shouting a song or singing together, it makes me feel proud to be a Filipino. Like, I feel it here. I told her like that. And she said, you know what, Mommy, I felt that too. So, I hope that these little seeds that we plant, magbubunga siya eventually. And actually, just yesterday, my younger daughter told me that they have kasi an upcoming parang bazaar in school, and then the class talks about what they will use the class fund for. And then sabi niya at circle time, she suggested that what they earned from the bazaar, she said she wants to donate it to the people in Cebu. Sabi niya ganon. And then the classmates daw agreed. And then the teacher, we talked about it. They'll help them find I guess, where to donate the money. So it
That-
makes me so
yeah.
proud,
And
so
that,
proud.
that really makes your mommy heart beat a little
Yeah,
faster.
super. Especially for someone like me, na that's like I want them to grow up figuring out what they want to do in life, figuring out what they're good at, but at the same time being aware
Yeah.
of what's happening in the country, in the world, and hopefully trying to help do something about it.
How are you able to do that, Bianca? That you're able to stand for what you believe in, speak out against what you feel is just plain bad, and yet, still have the job and not be fearful that this might affect, whatever projects are coming your way, because some would rather not speak.
Yeah, a lot. And I understand it. I think I am the way I am because when I started sharing, hindi pa uso social media. So parang feeling ko in terms of like projects or brands that would want to work with me, alam na nila na ganun ako dati pa. And I think that being willing to be open to the bashing was a huge part of it. Kasi you can't not be game for the bashing if you decide to speak up.
Yeah.
Which is hard, not
Yeah.
easy at all.
It's-
at all.
the vitriol.
2022 was the rurok.
Yeah.
Like, I think I still have trauma from 2022. But again, I go back to what good is this platform or voice if I just use it for myself, right? So when I can, I try to encourage the younger generation of stars na hindi naman kailangan namang away kayo or to be all out or to be solid this side or whatever side. It's more of like just using your voice to stand up for what is right, what is good, what you believe in. Hopefully more artists get to do the same.
Because when you think about it, pwedeng napunta sa iba. Pwedeng iba yung naging Bianca Gonzalez. Pwedeng iba yung naging sikat na artista ngayon.
Yeah.
Pero sa inyo binigay. Which says a lot.
Yeah.
Gagamitin nyo lang ba yun para sa sarili nyong ganansya? Right?
That's the hope. That's really the hope that when others see us using our platform for good, they will feel, kaya ko din yun. Kasi totoo kaya nila. I mean, kung kaya natin, kaya nila.
She Talks Asia.
Yes.
The platform is just there, and every single cell of what you have created has been there for women to empower them and all that. Eh, ang dami-dami mo nang ginagawa. Bakit mo pa not that I'm complaining,
Yeah,
but
yes,
give us the origin story. Why you even thought it was necessary. Not just maganda to. It was
Yeah.
necessary to have this platform.
Yeah, so 2017 was when the first She Talks Asia Summit happened. So hindi pa talaga siya group or organization then. We just wanted to put up a women's summit where there could be talks about women's issues na hindi talaga masyadong pinag-uusapan. At that time, I had just given birth to my firstborn. So the way in which I joined the original co-founders, which is Lynn Pinugu, who is still our co-founder now, and then Sarah Meyer and Victoria Herrera, who are now on advisor roles. Nakitulong lang ako, salingkit. Sabi ko, I'm still adjusting to being a mom. Kasi nga, I had no idea what motherhood was like. I was still adjusting to being a mom. So I just did like the brainstorming sessions with them. I moderated a panel for that first summit. Until medyo mas lumaki na yung anak ko, and then I was pregnant na with my second, and they were looking to expand, to add 2 more founders to incorporate na. So that's when myself and Isa Calzado came on board. I think it became increasingly important to me because growing up, my advocacy was education, youth, still very important issues. But as my life stage changed, I realized parang ito na yung mas importanteng issue sa akin ngayon. I have 2 daughters and I want them to grow up in an environment na yung mga pinoproblema natin ngayon na were afraid to ask for a raise or a promotion, that hindi equal ang care work sa bahay, etc., etc. Sana
Or
hindi
to
na...
even think if you deserve it.
Yes, exactly. To, as we were talking about earlier, to shrink ourselves for the men who are in our lives, di ba? Parang sana hindi na yun issue kapag sila yung nasa edad na natin. So that's why I felt like, I think at this point in my life, this is the advocacy I want to focus on.
We've talked about, my gosh, ang dami natin pinag-usapan.
Ang dami natin pinag-usapan. I love it.
From teens to your 20s, to meeting JC, now you're a mom and all your advocacies and all that. You say this is you at this stage in your life. What's the next stage you think? And paano ba to?
Paano ba to?
Paano mo haharapin yung next stage na yun?
Oh my gosh. I have to say that the 40s are the best era ever. Masakit ang likod ko. Kailangan ko ng mas maraming tulog. Hindi na ganun ang energy ko. But how I feel inside and like the ideas in my mind are the best it's ever been. When I was younger, akala ko 40 so old, di ba?
Ano ba?
No, when I was young, di ba when we're teens, we're like 40 is so old. But when I turned 40, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so young. This is, nagets ko yung life begins at 40. And I hear 50s is even better. So I'm honestly so excited. But I want to make the most out of this decade of my life. I'm now 42. So I have 8 more years in this chapter, kumbaga. There's so much that I want to do for Paano Ba To, for She Talks Asia, for volunteering with UN Women, even TV. Ang dami ko pang gusto gawin if I am given the chance to. So for me now, it's more a matter of paano ko gagawin lahat? Iisa lang ako. And I want to be such a hands-on mom and wife pa rin. So that is my biggest paano ba to now. How to pick and choose where to use our biggest luxury, which is time.
Well, I have no doubt that you'll figure it out, as you've always had.
Oh, I hope so.
Thanks for coming to the
Thank you.
podcast. Really enjoyed it. Parang tayo nag-travel back in time.
Yes!
And back again.
Correct.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Bianca
so
Gonzalez
much.
joining us here
I
in the
love
podcast.
this. Salamat.
Thanks. And that's it for another episode of KC After Hours. You know the drill. Like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. What do you tell? Just go back to the kids before we talk about She Talks Asia, because that's another wonderful, wonderful.
Oh my gosh, we should have you on. Yeah. Please, I'll talk to you about it
Nagulat
later. sorry.
Ang tahimik na usapan natin dito.
Sorry.
Biglang tumaas.
Nagka-eureka moment lang ako.
Tumaas yung energy mo.
Yes.